So my husband and I went out to Napa last weekend. And I am not easily embarrassed. I do not blush easily. But I may have had the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Oh, gosh.
And this is on the heels of my almost most embarrassing moment of my life when I almost put an adult toy in my child's birthday gifts boxes.
By accident, by the way.
By accident.
You're having a hell of a summer so far.
I am. You know what? Things happen in threes. The next one's really going to hit. So my husband and I are driving out from San Francisco to Napa Valley. And along the way, I have to go to the bathroom. And I'm trying to like nicely tell him like, hey, like I'm at the top of the chart. Like we got to find somewhere.
My tank is full.
Yeah. I'm like, he's like, scale from 1 to 10. I'm like, an 8, maybe a 9.
Oh, wow.
So we have minutes, right? And he keeps driving. I'm like, but I saw a Starbucks back there. Like if you just loop around, like we don't know what's up ahead. If you loop around, we can go back to the Starbucks.
Let me stop you right there. On road trips, men do not go backwards.
No.
Only forwards. To go backwards is to take time away from our trip.
I'm like, come on, buddy. Like, now we're getting to 9 and 10. Like, you have to turn around. So he finally turns around. We go back to the Starbucks. He goes to get a coffee. I run to the bathroom. And I guess I went into the bathroom so quickly that I didn't fully lock the door.
And it's a single?
It's a single stall. So here I am, squatted over the toilet, and the door goes flying open. And there is a moment where this woman and I stared into each other's eyes for like a solid 5 seconds before I was like, I'm in here.
Gotta close the door and wait, or?
Yeah, so I guess she had to go so badly as well. Obviously, like at the bottom of Napa, it's sparse, right? You're not into the wineries yet.
Yeah, she was probably shocked, too.
She was shocked. And finally, I was like, I'm in here. Can you close the door?
Pants all the way down?
Pants all the way down. Like, I'm like full stream. Okay. And she slams the door behind her, and I'm like, oh, I mean, now I got to walk by this chick.
Well, now not only that, now, like, you got to get, if you're still going, you got to lock it.
Yeah. Well, I figured at that point she would probably tell somebody outside there's someone in there.
Yeah. Right now you got to do the walk of shame.
I have to do the walk of shame. And you know, whoever she is with, she's now told. So anybody within an earshot of that who didn't see this unfold now knows the story. I walked out of that Starbucks with my head down. Wouldn't talk to Dallas. Dallas is like, what's wrong with you? He's like, do you want a coffee? I'm like, no, I have to leave.
Get in the car. So he didn't get his coffee?
He had gotten a coffee while I was in there, but he was waiting like, don't you want a coffee? And I'm like, no, I want to leave.
That's hilarious. Hey, I had the same thing happen to me on Friday night. I went out to dinner in the restaurant in Waverly. And it's a single men. So was yours a single female stall or is it co-ed?
I think it was a co-ed stall.
Yeah, so you're lucky it was a woman.
I am lucky it was a woman.
So at least mine was a single men's stall. And it was like my third trip of the night. So I didn't lock it. Nobody was in the restaurant except for us and like maybe 2 people at the bar. And I'm doing my thing. Now I'm standing up, still have pants on. That's the difference.
Oh, yeah.
With the guy's back is to the door. You're front to the door. It's difficult. That's how I know God's a man. People want to know God is a woman.
Right.
No, God's not a woman. If God was a woman, you'd be doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Anyway, the door opens and then closes. But the door stayed open for a long time. I'm like, gonna close it?
Hello.
Like, I'm in here. All right.
I feel like maybe she owed me a coffee after that.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe I should have stuck around and got it.
And at least it was a stranger. We got a text from someone who said their father-in-law walked in on them and stayed and washed his hands while I was on the toilet.